Part 1. The coffee shop stranger. The rain poured down heavily that Thursday afternoon in Paris. Elena, a 27-year-old writer from Italy, sat by the window of Café Lune, her fingers wrapped around a warm cup of coffee. She was supposed to be writing, but instead she was staring out the window, watching the raindrops race down the glass. Her heart felt like that to stormy and unsure. She was in Paris for a break away from her hometown, away from the memories of a long-term relationship that ended in silence. She didn't come to fall in love again. She didn't believe she could. Just then, someone rushed into the cafe, dripping wet. A man early 30s, messy dark hair, tired eyes, and the kind of smile that looked like it hadn't been used in a while. He looked around for a seat, but the cafe was full. Elena, without thinking, raised her hand. "You can sit here," she said softly. He hesitated, then walked over. "Thank you." "I'm Noah, Elena." He smiled and shook the rain from his coat before sitting across from her. Part 2. Raindrops and secrets. They started talking slowly, cautiously. At first, it was about the weather. Then books. Then favorite cities. He was an American photographer in Paris for a short gallery exhibition. "I used to believe in forever," he said at one point, sipping his coffee. "But I guess some people aren't meant to stay." Elena looked at him. "You sound like someone who's had his heart broken." He chuckled, but it was a hollow sound, maybe. Or maybe I just saw the truth too late. That afternoon, they talked for 2 hours. It felt like a gentle unraveling to strangers sharing memories they hadn't told anyone in years. When it was time to leave, he stood awkwardly. "I know this sounds strange," he said, "but would you like to have dinner tomorrow?" Elena hesitated. "I'm not looking for anything serious, neither am I," he replied. "But maybe we can just talk again." She smiled. "Okay." Part 3. Something beautiful, something temporary. Over the next 2 weeks, they met every day, walks along the Seine, midnight talks on old bridges. Sharing fears in dimly lit bookstores. There was something innocent about it, something fragile. It was like they both knew this wouldn't last forever, but they wanted to feel alive. Even for a moment. One night, while watching the Eiffel Tower sparkle from a distance, Elena asked, "Why does it feel like we're living in a dream that is about to end?" Noah looked at her, and there was sadness in his eyes. "Because we are." They didn't kiss, not yet. It was always close but never crossed. Like two people standing on the edge of something they both feared. Part 4. The goodbye that hurt more than love. On the final day of his exhibition, Noah's ticket back to New York was ready. They met one last time at the same cafe where it all started. "I wish we had more time," he said. She nodded. "I wish we met when we were both ready." He took her hand gently. "Maybe in another life, Elena," she smiled through tears. "In another life, we don't let each other go." He leaned forward and kissed her forehead. No promises, no lies, just a goodbye that carried more weight than most love stories. Part 5. Whispers in the Rain. Years passed. Elena became a successful author, her first best-selling book. Whispers of a love that almost was. She never named the man in the story, but she dedicated the work to the stranger who reminded me that even broken hearts can feel again. Thank you for the almost. Sometimes, on rainy days, she still sits by that same cafe window in Paris, watching the raindrops, and sometimes she swears she hears a whisper, maybe in another life.